Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live Season 4, Episode 28, Xeno Mini Pro update and Xeno Mini SE updates. Hope everyone is doing well this evening. You're seeing the ticker running down there. So this was pre-recorded. I pre-recorded this at at around 4 p.m. Eastern Time because we are having a visitor, and it's not a very welcome visitor come to Florida, and that's Hurricane Elsa. I'm going to go over that here in a moment. And the reason that I'm doing this is we're expecting the brunt of the storm is going to start hitting around 8 o'clock Eastern time, and I wanted to make sure there were no outages regarding internet or power or anything like that. So I want to go ahead and get this done. Now, it's not going to be as long as normal, and I want to welcome everyone in the chat. I would assume that all the usual suspects are here, but I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I hope you guys are staying safe. Those of you in Florida, pay heed to your local government and state officials and follow their directions and guidance. If you need to evacuate. Don't hesitate on anything like that. There's no such thing as being brave and sticking something out. If they tell you to evacuate. But it doesn't sound like it's going to get that bad. Well, first of all, what I want to do is go ahead and share an update, and this is the latest update. Now, a lot of you will be going out and looking at the Weather Channel to get your information. I don't look there. I look at our local meteorologist, and we have an exceptional one here. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me go ahead and get that going here. Okay, now this was as of about an hour ago from our the local meteorologist who I follow. About 8 o'clock Tuesday evening, it's probably going to be in the Fort Myers area. So we can expect it up here in the Tampa area. If you can see my cursor where I'm going around, I would say probably maybe a couple of hours later, probably around maybe about 11 o'clock that evening. And they did say that winds along the coast are probably going to be about 70, 75 miles an hour. Now, it jumped from a tropical storm to a hurricane because hurricane spotter that flies in the hurricane noticed winds in the band were over 75 miles an hour. So that classifies it as a hurricane. So that's one of the things. And it pays to, you need to pay attention to this because hurricanes can change rapidly. It was not a hurricane till it. Now, most hurricanes, as you can see right here, where my cursor is going down by Key West, down here, down south. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this down here a little more. I can't. Maybe I can. Okay, yeah. All right. Down here at Key West, guys. Most hurricanes don't make this bend. Okay, they usually fizzle out. And that's why, in order for it to impact the West Coast, starts out in the Atlantic, that's a tall order because it's going to go through Puerto Rico, Cuba, Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and usually they slow down. But this one intensified as the Gulf waters are very warm and it's coming up this way, and I know a lot of times they bypass us and they'll head straight up and they'll, be in our good friend Johnny Drone Flyer's territory. And nobody wants this. Nope, absolutely nobody wants this. Now, one of the things that you have to do when you're doing these things is you have to be prepared. And one of the things you need to do when you're prepared is to move your furniture. Now, I went ahead and let's see. Yeah, we went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share this. We moved all our outdoor furniture inside. Okay, this all sits on our lanai. We scrunched it in our living room. Is nice and compact. So it's in there, and then hopefully that won't last too long. Here's chairs that we have outside as well too. Now, one of the things that is interesting about all this is we were scheduled on a flight to go up to Ohio. Okay. Some little cutie pie is having a birthday. Okay. And Grandma and Grandpa missed her first birthday because of COVID-19. Grandma and Grandpa are not missing her second birthday. So, and very interestingly enough, this is her first birthday present. Okay, this girl's going to get spoiled rotten when Grandma and Grandpa are up there. Trust me on that. Look, she just $1 million. Okay, I'm a little prejudiced there, but anyway, no. What's going to happen is, or we were scheduled to fly out of Tampa tomorrow morning, and Southwest moved our flights to Thursday. Okay. They shut down all flights here, which is prudent because, you know, like I showed you the area, you know, when it's going to hit Tampa, it's probably going to be through Tampa by 11 a.m. that next day. But flying out of Tampa is going to be very, you know, I have a good knowledge of aviation and aviation weather and everything. It's going to be very problematic. However, where it's going to be a lot better to fly out of, and I'm going to go ahead and share that screen again, is out of Orlando. So we booked our flights. Orlando's here, roundabout right here. Okay, I'm probably maybe up around here. Okay, it's in the middle of it's right smack dab in the middle. My cursor's not showing up here, but if it was, that's where we're going to be flying out of, and that's going to, you know, we're looking forward to that. And we were able to check in. So, and you have to understand too, where the way the weather pattern is right here. Okay, this is affecting the West Coast. You know, what they'll do is, you know, they may head out, you know, because this isn't going to hit, you know, all this will be gone, pass through Georgia by the time our flight is. Okay. So, you know, they'll be able to take off, and we'll probably be able to get right through this because there won't be anything left to Elsa. So wanted to start out and give you guys an update on that. You know, we're excited about heading up to Ohio. I'm taking, are you taking a drone, Bill? Of course I'm taking a drone, okay? Do you think I'd not be taking a drone? I'm taking the Mavic 2S. You know, the Air 2S is coming up with me, okay? And I'm going to be testing out. I have small cases for the Air 2S, the controller, and I got a new pad, a folding pad, and it's heavy, okay? So you're going to be seeing some reviews on some of this stuff. So, and then one of the other things is, if my outstanding son-in-law is watching, if Andy's watching this, I'm going to give him some stick time on it. So we're going to have some fun and do some recording up in beautiful central Ohio. And you know what? There's, you know, where they live, you can fly to your heart's content. It's all Class G up there where they're at. Okay. And, you know, that's nice. That is really nice. So I'm going to get some stick time in, going to give my son-in-law some stick time, see if my daughter wants to fly it. Valerie, she's too shy. She doesn't like flying drones. I'm going to get her to fly one though. Mel tricked her once, so maybe I can do that again. All right. Maybe we can go there again. Okay. We did have a few updates coming up, and one of the things that I did want to share with you here. Okay. As you all know, I do have my Fimi X8 Mini, okay? And guess what? I had it up for its first flight, all right? Now, I'm not going to give away all the company secrets, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, okay? I was prepared for a lot worse, okay? You know, I had something happen that, you know, the drone was fine. Okay. You know, there was one thing that was consistent about it. It wasn't a good thing, but it was consistent, and I tried to correct it and it didn't. But I'm going to compile all that in a video. Okay. The film's been shot. I need to film my YouTube portion of it and get it wrapped around. So that's going to come out next week, but you want to stay tuned for that because it's different from other Fimi X8 Mini videos. And I want to make sure that you guys watch that. It's going to be my recommendations on who this drone is right for. Okay, this drone is right for some people, but get a chance. I highly recommend it when it comes out. I just don't have that time to do that kind of stuff right now to do this. Okay, I'm going to turn the ticker off for a little bit here. I think you guys know, if you've been watching it this long, you know that this is pre-recorded. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? All right. Our good friends at Hubsan, yes, our good friends at Hubsan issued an apology. All right. Let's take a look at this apology, and then we're gonna talk about this here for a minute. All right. Let me go ahead and get this up. We're going to share the screen here. No, there's no sound to this. There may be, but it's very minimal. Okay, that was it. That was a very, very short video. Okay. All right. Once again, okay, DJI does it right. Okay. And I also have to give Fimi credit. They do it right too with their English translation. Okay. DJI especially. All right. English was not very good here, guys. Let's call it like it is. Hubsan, if you guys are listening, okay, you need to hire or have a stateside person, have someone who is very proficient with English, okay, because your translation here isn't the best, okay? It could be a lot better, all right? Now, let me read what it says here, and I think this is a little better. Before June 15th, 2021, customers who participate in the Xeno Mini Pro pre-sale will receive a complimentary Hubsan Care refresh service worth $59 USD and a free Hubsan gift bag. Okay. All right. Basically, they're apologizing to their customers. They're going to offer their Hubsan Care refresh service, which is free, and a free Hubsan gift bag. Okay, nice gesture, but there's a problem here right away. Okay, what about those of us that purchased after June 15th? Okay, there were a lot of us that purchased after June 15th. Yeah. So what about those people? They're still like, Well, they did try to explain that this was due to a chip shortage. All right, you did see that. And that they're going to go ahead, no matter what the cost of the chips are, purchase them so they could have them available to make the Xeno Mini Pro. All right, that's basically it in a nutshell. For me, I've read a lot of comments and I've on a lot of videos, and one of the things that I have to say is this chip shortage wasn't a mystery; it was known. And Hubsan had to have known about it at the time all this was going on. So this is coming out. This is like, let's close the barn door after the cow's already left. All right. It's a little too late. Okay. All right. You're trying to do something a little on the late side here, guys. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. All right. It's too late. All right. And the other thing is, if you're going to apologize to everybody, okay? Give away this Hubsan Care refresh to other people who purchased. To me, a pre-sale is anything before it starts being shipped, okay? here in the United States, none of us have received it that I know of. Okay, L3 Toys has received it, and you've seen their video. You've also seen, there's some other people overseas that have received it, but nobody here in North America that I know of or I'm aware of has received a Hubsan Zino Mini Pro. So stay tuned for this. They're talking July now, probably mid-July, maybe around my birthday. Maybe it might come in the mail for my birthday. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I would love that. All right. Yeah, that would be a very nice birthday gift. Okay. So we can always hope that shows up on my birthday. All right. That would be nice for something like that. But yeah, Hubsan dropped the ball here. It's very obvious. They're anxious to get a Mini out because, let's face it, okay? And Brian Singleton, I love Brian Singleton, True Drone Reviews and e-bikes now. Sorry, I had to add that on there. Brian, absolutely love him. He is brutally honest, okay? He's a lot like Original Dobo, brutally honest, okay? Doesn't hold anything back, okay? You need to see his current video, because he basically said, DJI set the gold standard for mini drones. Okay. All right. I already have the best mini drone out there. I got the Mini too. Okay. It's the best one out there. All right. And if you're looking to buy a mini drone, okay, the Mini SE is coming out and it's going to be at a great price. Because people have asked me, should I get the Xeno? Should I get the Fimi? I say, get the DJI, okay? Wait for the SE. If you're looking to save a few dollars, wait to get that. If you want something with features, get the 2. Get the Mini 2. I mean, that thing is just loaded to the gills at a crazy price. So, yeah, that's my recommendation for this. Well. Okay. Just when you thought there couldn't be anything else to talk about, okay, Hubsan decides to pull a surprise on all of us. All right. They announced the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. You gotta laugh. Okay, that's the first thing. I'm sorry. I thought it was a little funny. Okay. Their timing is very interesting on this. We didn't expect any, first thing I'm going to say, all right? The Xeno Mini Pro hasn't even reached the shores of North America yet. And Hubsan announces the Xeno Mini SE, all right? They're trying to play, Hubsan, most of the time, if you want to call it, let me use a baseball analogy. A lot of you are familiar with baseball, okay? Now, the minor leagues, there's AAA, which is one step before the majors. There's double A, and then there's single A, okay? Hubsan to me, has flirted from going double A to AAA, okay? They're not major leagues, okay? Fimi, I think Fimi's AAA, okay? Hubsan is kind of like in that zone, I think a double A to a AAA, okay? What they're trying to do, they're trying to take that quantum leap and get to the major leagues here. You got to come out, if you're going to put out an SE product like this, a special edition or a watered down version of a drone, Hubsan, okay? Let's get your Xeno Mini Pro out there in customers' hands, see how it works, okay? And if people love it, then fine. They'll go out and they'll buy it, okay? There won't be any problem with that, all right? But conversely here, okay, those people who, want to, are going to go ahead and get it, all right? They're going to get it because of the price, all right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and I'm going to try to do a comparison between the Xeno Mini Pro and the Xeno Mini SE. So we're going to start off. Now, I'm going to go through the specs, and then we'll go through price last, because I thought this was important enough because a lot of people are going to say, you know, what's the deal with this, Bill? What's going on here? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Now, the first one we're going to see here, all right, this is the Xeno Mini Pro, all right. The size, the wheelbase, maximum current, takeoff weight, hover accuracy, okay. Let's go through all this, okay. This is Xeno Mini Pro. Okay, looks to be about the same with most of this. Sending velocity. Let's take a look at some of that here. Yeah, this is looking to be about the same. Maximum anti-wind capability, grade 5 wind, grade 5 wind. Maximum takeoff altitude, 4,000 meters. I don't know. Yeah, so many of this, maximum tilt angle. Duration of flight, 45 minutes. Now, this is for the SE, okay? Now, you know, they say 249 grams. I don't know what they did to get 5 more minutes out of it versus the Pro, but this is where we're at, okay? All right. Power system, I assume that's pretty much going to be the same. Yep. Okay, now the battery, and this is the Pro, 2,400 milliamp, 3.6 times 2, 7.2 volts, 8.4 volts, charging, discharge 8C, charging time 90 minutes, battery weight. Okay, now let's take a look here on the 3,000 milliamps, okay? So there's a difference, okay? The battery in the SE is a 3,000 milliamp battery, and the battery in the Pro is a 2,400 milliamp battery. So there's one big difference right there, okay? So this is why it still takes 90 minutes. Okay, now I imagine we're going to see some big differences here in the camera. So let's take a look at that, all right? 1/1/3 inch CMOS sensor, 1/2.6 inch CMOS sensor. So that's small. 12 million effective pixels, 48 million. So you can see right there. Okay, this is an important. This is probably the most important difference right here. Is you can see the image sensor is 100% different here. Okay, we already look at the lens. Okay, on here, the lens specifications. Field of vision 84 degrees, aperture f 1.85. Let's take a look here and see. Yeah, 80 degrees, aperture f 2.2. Yeah, you can see it's all the camera is where the crux of the differences are between both of these, and I think this is important for you guys to note this down. Is what you're going to get with the SE. Now, I think also too, you know, this is probably because that 3,000 milliamp battery is probably going to weigh more. Okay, it probably did. We need to go back to specs to take a look at that. But that's probably where they're making up for some of this weight is, you know, the image sensor is smaller. There's a different lens here. Let's take a look at maximum photo size, maximum video capacity. They can still do 4K at 30 frames per second. Okay, same as the Xeno Mini Pro. 4K at 3840 at 2160. 2.7K on the SE. Same here. FHD 1920 by 1080, 30 at 60 frames per second. 1920 by 1080. Okay. Yeah. So we're shutter speed 3/1/8000. Video bit rate. Let's take a look at that. Okay, yeah, it's different video bit rate on there. JPEG, MP4, app online upgrade, built-in card 64 gig or 128 gig. All right. You need an SD card here. All right. You're going to have them in that. So there's probably some space saving in there as well too. Let's look at the wireless transmission system, SyncLease 2. And it has SyncLease 3. So there's a different transmission system in the SE than there is in the Pro. And you see FCC has 10-kilometer range. CE, which I assume is the European Union, 6-kilometer range. Let's take a look at this here. 6-kilometer range, FCC, 6-kilometer here. So there's definitely a limit on range. Bit rate, transmission delay within 250. Yeah, within 200. So the built-in dual antenna, default remote, and you're probably going to have a different, yeah, it's a default remote, okay. Let's take a look at the gimbal. Now, this is on the Pro, 817D, triaxle, 120 degrees. Okay, and let's stop here for a second, okay? There's one thing that I can say that you're going to find, I think, where Hubsan does a great job is with their gimbal. Fimi, if you're listening, guys, if you're listening, take a look and see what Hubsan's doing with their gimbals, okay? Because they got their gimbals down pat. They don't have the horizon tilt issues with them. They don't have the wonkiness with them or instability with them. So just want to go ahead and pass that on here, okay? Flight controller, 3rd generation. I think what we're going to see here, yeah, sports mode, TOF barometer, one-click takeoff and landing, remote control, APP support, remote control does not support. Okay, headless mode, support. Home recognition, time-lapse photography, TBD, and this is on the Pro. Motor stall protection support. Ray flight, whatever ray flight is, I have no idea here, okay? Remote control. Remember, this is a different color of the drone, and this is the specs for the remote controller. Perception, that's something that you don't see on the other one. It's gray. It has effective range. It sounds like the battery's the same for both. It does support Android and iOS. Okay, app is Hubsan 2, and I assume we'll see the same thing here. iOS 10.0 or higher, Android 6.0 or higher. Okay, now that's an overview of the differences between both the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro and the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. You know, and let's go to one of the biggest differences, and we're going to jump up to the top here. Okay, for both of these is the price. You can see, and we're just going to look at the base price, $469 for the Xeno Mini Pro, $349 for the Xeno Mini SE, okay? All right. There's no word. It shows that it's unavailable right now, and there's no word on when this is, at least I haven't seen anything on it, and if I do, I will make sure to get that information out to you guys to let you know. So there you have it. There's a comparison between the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro and the Hubsan Zino Mini SE. And again, you know, the one of the things that just absolutely gets me is that they come out with a Xeno Mini SE before they even have the Xeno Mini Pro in the hands of consumers in North America. So stay tuned for that. We'll find out what's going on. I have no plans to get a Xeno Mini SE, okay? None whatsoever, okay? Just, you know, we'll see. Those who will do the reviews on them, highly encourage you to watch those, okay? That's it for tonight. I know it's a little shorter. You know, I had some other material I was going to go over, but because of Hurricane Elsa rearing its ugly head, you know, I kind of wanted to get this out there. Like I said, remember that if you're tuning in right now, this was pre-recorded. This was pre-recorded around between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday to make sure that this gets out there. Like I said, the storm is going to start to impact us around 8 to 10 o'clock tonight. So I wanted to get this out there, make sure you all have that. Hopefully we can get out of to Orlando tomorrow to head up to Ohio. We're very eagerly looking for that, and looking forward to wishing our granddaughter a happy second birthday. And most something that another birthday is coming up the day before. Okay, and if you guys can drop this in the comments here, okay, wish Valerie a happy birthday. Okay, she's having the second anniversary of her 30th birthday. She's just a young pup. Okay, she's just an absolute young pup. So say happy when you're leaving a comment or in the chat tonight. Say happy birthday to Valerie. She would absolutely love that, okay? And her birthday's a day before Ellie's birthday, okay? Her birthday is on the 8th. So, and one of my birthday presents to her is we're going to go anywhere she wants to eat. She has several favorite places in Columbus she likes to eat. She told me to choose one, so I'm going to choose one. So we're going to go and we're going to have a good time. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to take the kids out for dinner. And then Saturday is when Ellie's birthday is actually Friday, so Saturday we're going to go out and have a nice big celebration at my son-in-law's house. It's going to be over there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to see Ellie get in the pool, and that's going to be an absolute blast. I can hardly wait. My camera will be rolling. That is for sure. Hope everybody, those of you again in Florida, if you're within the sound of my voice, if you've been told to evacuate, please evacuate. Please follow what your local state and government officials are telling you to do. Your safety is of their utmost concern. So please heed any warnings. Okay. Most people, like us, we've brought in, we've brought in our patio furniture. There wasn't any time to put in our hurricane shutters up, even if we wanted to. We usually call our handyman to do that because they're metal, they're corrugated. We haven't even used them yet on this house, and we only used them once on our previous house. So hope you guys have a great evening and a great week. Look forward to some content coming out on the Xeno Mini SE. I'm going to put something out there on that. Look also forward to my first flight from the Fimi Mini. Got some surprises. Okay. You guys need to watch it. So hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And as always, remember, guys, it's a great day to fly. Take care.